Hi, I'm Frankie Broyles from the band OMNI. I play guitar.
And I'm Philip Frobos, and I play bass and sing.
Balkans, that was a band I was in from this was my high school band with my friends in high school, and then we graduated high school, and then we were still in the band, and we put out a record in 2011 and then broke up.
And Carnivores was my band in early college. Around the same time, we did a lot of shows together, and we put out a couple of records and broke up in 2013. Well, Frankie and I met when our old bands were playing shows together quite a while ago, so I guess that would have been 2008, but we started playing some songs together in and around the time that our other bands were kind of fizzling out.
Being in that band, I wasn't really able to do anything else because it was just took up all my time, so just wanted to do new things. With this band, there are a lot less people involved. It's just Philip and I, so I think that really is a big part of why.
Yeah, I second what Frank's saying. I think in our other bands there was a lot of collaboration, and I at least for me, there were some things that I wanted to do and express musically with it that I wasn't, and when we were forming this band, it was cool to kind of be able to take a turn directionally, or musically. Yeah. I guess with this record, we let everything marinate a little more. Instead of me trying to write all the melodies and lyrics, and the same night we write the song, I thought about them a little more.
Yeah, I think we just kind of made a conscious effort to change our methods up a little bit and just see what happened when we change things. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, or the way we wrote, I don't know if it really had that much impact on the way we wrote, but probably wouldn't really have happened if we hadn't been roommates. So, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I agree. I second that.
All right. I think it just kind of happened naturally, but I mean, I really like sudden changes in moods and in songs and stuff like that, so that's cool.
I mean, I think a lot of our favorite artists do things like that, so I kind of, yeah, I think that.
Didn't really think about it.
Yeah, I think we just kind of doing what felt right. It's been a while for me. I was listening to them before we started recording this record, just thinking about just the past, and it is crazy to see little details that change.
Yeah, I haven't really listened to them in a long time, but it is funny to go back and listen to it, and especially songs that I was like, the demo sounds so much better than the record version, and I go back and listen to it, I'm like, oh, this does not sound better. I don't really know. I've lived in Atlanta my whole life, so it's the only music scene I've really known. But I mean, when we were younger, I think, I don't know. I mean, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like since we started this band, band has been very much an out-of-town band, so we haven't really been a part of much of anything going on in Atlanta in the last few years. But I know that there are a lot of people that are doing things that people are pleased with in town.
Yeah, there's always new bands popping up and stuff.
Yeah, we've got.
So it's everywhere.
Yeah.
That was also just something that's just naturally happens. I mean, I tend to have to just make everything really minimal. Even I have a hard time not doing that. So
Yeah, and I had always kind of wanted that in songs, at least from when I had worked with other people in the past. So I definitely enjoyed the fact that it was so minimal. Well, I mean, I do the lyrics for all the records, but as far as this one goes, I think I took a stab at domestic life, and it was a bit of domestic satire because I got married, and also a lot of our friends are kind of moving away from doing more creatively ambitious things like being in a band like we are now. And I think I just was thinking a lot about that when writing the lyrics and considering the back and forth of people's choices and whatnot.
Yeah, that's always. I mean, I've done all the artwork for the band, and I really enjoy doing it. So I'm always like excited to do it. And we had our friend Zach Piles work with us on our last music video, and he's been like kind of the first person to be involved in the art aspect of it, and it was great. Bill Rowe from Trouble in Mind saw us play in Atlanta once, and he was at least a little bit interested. And then we were in Chicago like a year later or something, and he came and saw us play, and he liked it, and he and Lisa, his wife, who they run the label together, and they asked if we wanted them to put it out, and we were like, yes. So, and it was a great experience, and they're amazing people, and their label is amazing, and we were really lucky for them to find us. So
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they were like the perfect platform and perfect like size and perfect crew for us to start off with. Like, it was pretty much ideal. For the most part, I'd say like we had some time before Deluxe came out, and before any touring would start, because there would be no one knew we existed before that. And in that time, we just kind of kept writing songs, and so we had a wealth of them. But when we kind of got going for that, for me, like probably the first time that I'd ever been like, I am a full-time musician, and this is my life now, and kind of balancing personal life and that, and leaving jobs behind, and just making just falling into a regular schedule with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think around the time when we were recording that record, we were also like touring full time, so every time we'd come home, we'd have to like immediately start recording and then go back on tour, and then also have to like manage our personal lives and stuff, and it was like all pretty sudden. So, and then multitask just seemed to fit that experience. I think it was just we recorded some of Multitask there, but not very much of it. I mean, we did like some guitar. Oh, I mean, we did. I don't know. But this time we recorded like the whole thing there. So I think it was just really good for us all to get out of Atlanta and like be away from our jobs and stuff. And like Nathaniel, who we recorded all of the records with, like for him to just not have to worry about anything else. I guess it was just like a way for us to escape and focus on the record. So yes, the record or the song. I mean, the whole record was recorded in Vienna. Yeah.
Well, when we wrote Delicacy, we hadn't written a song for over a year, which was like pretty much when we stopped writing and started like turbo recording for Multitask. So with that, and then a bunch of touring, and then some time off, it was kind of felt funny and good to start writing again, and that was just kind of one of the first steps in whatever direction we ended up heading in. We met them on the Multitask tour out on the West Coast. They came to our show in Seattle, and they were just really nice and supportive, and asked if we'd be interested in doing the single, which would become Delicacy. And then it was just a natural progression from there.
The whole record will be released, and then I don't know, more shows and other things.
Yeah, November 1st, Networker. It's coming at you.